Welcome to the Pathway to Water Quality. This is an exhibit of the Indiana Conservation Partnership that has been at the Indiana State Fairgrounds since 1993. It actually sits atop of what used to be a parking lot. And the concrete was broken up, and now we have a beautiful park-like setting in the fairgrounds that is usually 5 to 10 degrees cooler on those very hot days during the 17-day run of the Indiana State Fair. So the Conservation Partnership members are very proud of this display. As a volunteer, you'll sign up for one of these many areas here in the Pathway. The greeter will be here at the front of Pathway. There will be an umbrella and a stand and a chair. And this is for someone who's very outgoing and willing to talk with strangers, welcome them into Pathway. There will be shuttle buses going in front of Pathway all the time, so you can wave, and it's just generally someone who's a good people person. Walk in the entrance of Pathway. The first best management practice is in the home area. This is Pervious Concrete, so volunteers who sign up for the home area can talk about Pervious Concrete. You'll see the water fountain, and the water flows on pervious and regular concrete. The idea is to show that the water flows through the pervious concrete and it runs off regular concrete into the storm drain. This is a very popular site for adults and children alike. You can keep going through Pathway. We have the model home, and it will describe and show rain barrels, the compost bin, a rain garden. So these are best management practices that land users, anyone can use in urban, agricultural, and suburban
You move away from the home area, you enter the forestry and agricultural area of Pathway. This is a separate sign up. So if you sign up, this is this area that you will be in. There are a number of trees that are marked to let you know what type of species are back here. As we move into the agricultural area, right now the video does not show a crop on it, but there will be a soybean crop that will be in the plot. And new this year is a two-stage ditch. There will be a sign that will help explain what the two-stage ditch is, but this will be an additional item to be able to talk about. As you move away from the ag and forestry area, you'll enter the back side of Pathway to Water Quality, which includes our soils area. There's a permanent exhibit up in this area, so if you sign up to work in this area, you'll be back along here and can talk about earthworms. You can talk about soil erosion, soil compaction, a number of things if that's your area of expertise. There will be a new sign that will be up this year, but this is the permanent exhibit, and it will have some additional information and new things in it this year on earthworms, earthworm composting, things along that area. To the right, this is where we put out our daily flag, and also along here we're going to have a new exhibit on cover crops. Again, this will be a kind of a permanent area during the fair, and there will be long tubes that show the cover crops themselves and how deep the roots can actually get. So this will be a new addition. However, this will not be necessarily a volunteer spot. But for those of you that are kind of working back in the soils area, you're welcome to move along this area and help people understand any of the activities that take place along this trail.
After the cover crops area, you walk up to the water history cabin, and we'll have some exhibits on the front porch, including our mannequin Stella, who's been here several years. And this just gives people a little background on water and how people used to get water from creeks and how they used water for laundry, for bathing, for cooking, and just for sustaining life 100, 150, 200 years ago.
We'll have cups available for people to drink out of the well. And as you move away from the well, this is what is considered now the pasture area.
Fields and forages or pasture certainly can help improve or maintain water quality in your watershed also, especially if they're just managed even just a little bit. There is little impact by grazing livestock if you follow a few simple rules. Number one, probably maintain cover You want at least 3 or 4 inches of green live growth all the time. That growth is able to help slow down runoff and increase infiltration of our water and our rain, so it doesn't get into the streams near as bad, and when it does get in there, it's cleaner. Allow pastures rest before you graze them again, generally 30 to 45 days. Rotating these pastures helps provide this rest real easily. Keep the soil covered at all times. Move, the more live grass, more live forage you have on top, the more live roots you have down below the soil surface. And the more roots you have down there, you got to improve drought tolerance, and you also get more yield.
As we move from the pasture area, you come to the covered bridge that was actually built in 2010 by Amish workmen, and you cross over the covered bridge into the education area. This will be maintained by Indiana District Employees Association members in 2011. We will have activities, 4 different activities this year. So if you sign up for the education area, you will be responsible for a different activity every day.
The cabin, you'll begin to exit pathway. Along here is a pond area. There's some signage that explains, talks about man-made wetlands and reservoirs and what the purpose of them are and different type of animals and such that live in here. And then along here is where you exit pathway. We'll want to do it like on a day where there's some people here at a time, but it's not